Welcome. Today we're going to be doing some new foot stretching and strengthening exercises. We have several on our website, but it's always good to try different ones to see if new moves will help your feet even better. You're going to be needing a chair because we're going to do some of them seated. Then you're going to be needing a Theraband. And if you don't have a Theraband, we have a link where you can order one because they are a very useful tool in many exercises. If you don't have a Theraband, you can use a stretchy pair of sweatpants or leggings. Make sure they're long enough and have some give. If that's not an option, you could use a beach towel, but I like the stretchiness, resistance give. And you're going to be needing a ball about this size approximately, and preferably not a hard ball like a tennis ball. You could use it if that's all you have, but these are stress balls you can get, or you can get a dog toy ball which is soft, or a child's soft ball. Let's get started. You are seated upright in your chair, not slouched back, and I want your legs to start perpendicular to the floor. You have all your tools handy. We're going to start very simply by curling our toes under and then just relaxing them. And curling those toes under and relaxing. What this does is it starts to get the fluid, synovial fluid, to the joints and increases the circulation so we can get some mobility going in those toes and feet. Each one you do, you're going to just try to curl them a little further and then relax. And we're going to do about 10 of these because it's in the repetitions that things start to unlock a little bit. So curl those under and relax them. And I'm doing these with you today so that you'll do the required number of reps. Instead of just demonstrating them, we're going to do all the reps so our feet will feel great when we finish. And curl and relax and curl and relax and curl and relax. Now we're going to do the opposite. We're going to take our feet a little bit forward and we're going to lift those toes up and spread them out. And try to keep them spread till you get to the floor and then relax them. And lift them up and spread them out. Keep them spread. You're trying to create a great base for balance and moving. And pull them up and flare them out. Keep them out as you come down and kind of press them out on the floor before you relax. And up. And I do find it tedious doing these exercises, but for me, it's really not an option if I want to stay moving and relax. With arthritis and neuropathy, you folks understand what I'm saying. Sometimes those feet just don't want to move and then you're tripping, your balance is off. So flare those out and set them down and flare them out. Good. Let's do one more. Great. Now you're going to take your ball. And this is a really kind of feel-good time. You're going to take that ball and put it in the center of your arch and gently press down, feeling for any type of little bit of pain or discomfort, and gently start to roll it back and forth to massage it out. This is a great one that can be done even in the evening while you're watching TV. Get the sides of it. If you find a spot that's a little tender, stay there and gently rub into that spot. Moving that foot getting the circulation going. Then I want you to go down on the ball of that foot just before the toes and start to rock it back and forth. Rock it back and forth, just breaking up any stiffness in those joints. Good, and roll it some more. Losing my spacer there. Good, now I want you to go just a little back past the arch, just before the heel, and press down. Again, any tenderness, roll that out. Get rid of that stiffness and pain. And roll. Good, change feet. We're going on the center arch. Little pressure. And then we're going to start to roll. Again, any spots that need attention, slow down and work that pain out. Rubbing it right away. Then we're going to go across the ball of the foot near the joints, where the joints are meeting the ball of the foot. Back and forth, breaking up any stiffness. Roll it a little bit and set it just past your arch near the heel and give it a little pressure down. Feels so good. And you can do this as long as you want. You could do it through a whole TV program. We're going to get rid of that ball. I want you to stretch your feet out in front of you and just stretch your toes down and then pull them up. This is more for across the top of those feet. Point them down and then up. And point them down and up. Again, about 10 of them. And this is good for me too, because this is the day I would be doing these. I try to do them a minimum of every other day. And up. Let's do 4 more. And up. Now don't go so far that they hurt. Just go to where you feel you're getting a nice stretch. Great. We're going to take those feet and gently, both of them in the same direction, do some circles around for the ankles. Pull the toes back up. And now let's go the other way. Good, set them down, drag them in, just do a little stampede to give them some blood because we're going to go and stand up behind our chair and do a few more stretches. Now we're behind our chair and I've turned my sideways so you can see me a little bit. We're going to roll through the balls of those feet and go to a point and press to the ball. This is again to stretch out the bottom of the feet. The other one, and point. This one does not go as far, but I need to work it. And roll, and point. That gets across the top of the feet. And roll, point as far as you can. And over time, you'll start to notice that it releases a little easier. And roll, and point. And roll and down. Press that ball into the floor, point through to the toe, like little ballerina exercises. but they have tremendously strong feet. And point. If it starts to hurt, just stop, and you can do more next time. And stretch, and point, and down, and point, and stretch. And again, about 8 each side, alternating. You could try this being seated, but it's a little difficult to work through the full range of motion with those feet when you're seated. And flex it up. Ah, good. Let's do one more each side. Good. Now we're going to come up to strengthen those ankles and come down. And I feel this in my calves. Flare those toes out like we did earlier to create a great base. Up and come down. But we're going to add into this. We're going to come up, bend our knees, press our heels into the floor, and straighten up. We're going to reverse it. Go down first, lift those heels, and up and down. Works the balls of those feet, works the ankles, the top of the feet. And again, if it's too painful, stop and try them again in a few days. And up and lift up, bend, press, and up and bend, stretch them forward, lift up and down. Now we're going to take one foot and we're going to circle it, but not just a few times. We're going to do a minimum of 16. So be counting them for yourself. This really keeps mobility. And let's slow the last few down, really getting that full range of motion in those feet. And some of you know, because of my arthritic feet, I have to stay on top of these or I won't be walking. So if that's your case, don't feel like you're alone. Just challenges as we age. Great, let's do the other one. You can see this one is a little challenge to get the full range of motion. But at least 16 in one direction, unless it really hurts. Then just do a few today, a few the next day. We'll slow the last few down. And you are stretching out wherever it's tight. Some may think these aren't really stretches, but they really do need to stretch the muscles and tendons and ligaments in those feet. And the other way. Let's do 2 more. Great. We're going to return to our chair and finish in the chair. Now we're going to use our Theraband or leggings. And I'm going to start demonstrating with the Theraband and then switch to the leggings. We're going to put it under our feet, right on the ball of our feet, and try to secure it. Stretch our feet in front of us and press down into that Theraband. And then pull it up toward us, keeping a little resistance so you feel those feet working forward, and then pull them up, working through the feet. Now those of you that have your Theraband, keep going. Even with the leggings, but I want to demonstrate with the leggings. All you're doing is pointing and then stretching them back toward you. If you're using your leggings or stretch pants, you're going to be doing the same thing. Get it secured and push and pull back. It's just better if you have a little give in there. And pull back because you're pressing against that. Push and pull back and push and pull back. Going back to the Theraband to finish. And again, a minimum of 10 of these. So we're pushing forward, pulling back, pushing forward. And you can feel this through the bottom of the foot and the top. Give me one more. Good. We're going to go to one foot, and I'm going to start with this foot because it has a little more mobility so you can see what we're doing. You're going to stretch that foot out comfortably in front of you and start some circles, but with some resistance on the band or leggings. And we're turning it all the way around in a circle, using that ankle, but then pressing down with some resistance as we circle it. Again, a minimum of 8 in one direction. Good, and now we're going the other way. Circling it in, unlocking any tension, and with the little resistance, strengthening those feet. Good. I want you to straighten it out, and I want you to kind of shear it from side to side. You release one band and pull on the other. So you get some side to side mobility in that ankle. And repeat it with your knee slightly bent. This is great for unlocking the feet and ankles. Good, and now the other side. Get it anchored in the ball of that foot, a little resistance, and then start some outward circles. If your foot doesn't seem to go, just do the range of motion that works for you. I remember when I first did this, that foot would hardly move. There was so much arthritis in it. Concentrating hard here. Don't want to trip over my feet. And that's just what happens when they're tight, right? Now we're reversing it. Other way. Remember to give it a little resistance. Feels so good. One more. Good, now we're going to straighten it out, give it a little pull, great for the plantar fasciitis. And then we're going to shear it from side to side. You can see where this one, it's got a little less mobility than the other one. But I'm working it so I don't lose what I have, right? Some people say it's not getting better. Well, what about not losing what mobility we do have left? Then bend that, and same thing. Shear it from side to side, breaking up any tension in it. Good, give it one more stretch, and pull it back, and relax. Good. We're going to go back to the point and flex and point, but a little faster right now. And point and flex and point and flex. Good. Now we're going to draw circles in one direction, opposite direction on those feet. And I know my feet aren't that pretty because I hear it on the YouTube channels, but they are keeping me moving, and that's what we are working for. Then the other way, if I can do it, you can do it. And circle it, gotta laugh. Good, we're gonna finish by giving those feet a little love. By that I mean a little bit of massage, just rubbing out any lingering stiffness. Now, on a day where you cannot grab your foot, and I have had those days, you can take the heel of your other foot and just gently, oh, there's a spot right there, massage any stiffness out, right? Good. Then we're going to take the other foot and you can set it on your chair, but give it a little massage. You can see this hip's a little tighter, so it's a challenge to get it up there. And if that were the case, I might just massage it with the heel of the other foot on the floor. Just breaking up any tension across the top, because with the ball, we did break the tension up on the bottom of the foot. Again, give me a little stampede. Good for you for staying with me on this video, because I hope now your feet are happy. Have a great day and keep moving.